Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Abhinav, on behalf of Be Positive organization, welcome you all to our very first inaugural session in the historic city of Mumbai today in Tilak Nagar, Chembur West. Today, the 2nd of August 2015. I would like to draw your attention in the beginning to our logo, which has been drawn from the sun god, the source of all positive energy that we human beings derive benefit from. The sun, as you are aware, since time immemorial, has always been the greatest source of inspiration, the greatest source from which we all have taken life, and all life forms depend on it. But today I would like to draw your attention to another meaning that I have taken out of the same philosophy of Be Positive. This philosophy is based on my own personal turbulence and my personal hardships that I faced in the last 5 years. Be Positive, as I understand it clearly, is about positive action. It is about embodying being positive. It is about being a persona of positiveness. It is about being a source, just like the sun god is about being positive. It is very easy to be positive to yourself, on a higher level of being, on a higher level of existence, where we all try to become more godly from a human existence. If we were to shift our perspective to leading the best life possible, as you are aware, life is a range. It cannot be fixed as one particular entity. It is a range. Every day we make a decision, what time I'm going to get up, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to achieve. And every day the answer is different. Life every day is a new experience, an experience which we voluntarily, deliberately choose. If life is all about choices, then the best choice is being positive by doing positive action which is beneficial to others. It is very easy to fill your own pockets, to fill yourself with personal gain, and it is the best in a capitalistic society where you are respected for what you manage to achieve and retain. In a social world, in an honest, straightforward world, the only option and the only way of assessment is by considering how positive everybody is. Today, the 2nd of August 2015, we have invited our patients of a free dental clinic who have been receiving free dental treatment from us over the last 4.5 months. Now I would like to invite you on the journey of positive energy. If you were to imagine the goal being bringing out the best in you, if there is Ram present in this room, the best possible Ram that is possible in this world, for Abhinav, the best possible Abhinav that can be possible, how do we get that out of every individual? The whole goal today in this talk is to bring out the best that you can be. In life, we have guidelines. If you want to be a pilot, it is very easy. You follow the guideline, you do your flying hours, you give your exams, and that's it. You've got a license. If you want to be a doctor, you go to a medical school, you study, you pass your exams, and you have a license. However, in life, the real situations that we face every day have nothing to do with technical training. It is a training that happens on the job, on the streets, as you go about facing one challenge to another. Luckily, most challenges are small, but the few odd big challenges that we face tend to be life-changing. Now, how would you like your life to be changed is something that should be in your hand. You should be the driver of your life, taking it forward in the direction that you want, so you can bring out the best possible, the best life that exists for an individual. At the moment, I am not talking about financial success or material success, but success in a different phase, success in relationships, success in your own eyes, success in being happy, success in being peaceful, at peace with yourself. If you were to imagine that you're going towards a goal, a destination, it is quite obvious that you need a vehicle. If I want to go from point A to B, I need to sit in a car and drive till there. If you were to imagine the best possible person that exists to be the destination, and the vehicle is positive energy. So The key today that we're talking about is being positive as the driving force towards taking you where you want to be. For that to happen, there are a few key points that we need to understand about life. The first point I would like to share with you is this world exists first in an invisible world, and then the invisible leads to the visible. All great things in life are free. Then why not healthcare? Why not treating people? If we want to reach to a higher destination, then it is quite obvious that we need to follow the higher truths. We need to follow a higher philosophy to be what we want to be. The invisible world is an all-pervading world. It is the invisible love and support of a mother that leads to the visible growth of a child. It is our invisible motivations that make us choose what we choose, whether it's our life partners, it is the way we think, it is what we decide to be right for us. Great things are usually felt. You feel someone's love for you. We cannot see air, but we feel its presence. We feel our emotions, we feel trust. Great things are felt. They are invisible. So, coming back to the be positive philosophy, any scientist would say, why am I talking about be positive? Why? How? How is this going to help me? And what is going to be the manifestation? What is going to be the achievement? So if you were to answer these three scientific questions for any scientific theory, my answers to you would be, why? Why we need to be positive is something that I had derived from my long-term personal hardships, which have made me think. Before that I was thinking, but about things that give me pleasure. Before that, my thoughts were based on the five senses that rule my mental state. But if we were to come beyond it, then I understand that whatever is happening because I need to improve. And it's not only me, as I was sensing that I am going through a troubled time, I sense that others have problems which are more acute, which are more of an emergency nature, and they are much, much bigger. Why we need to be positive, why we need a new philosophy, is because there is a need. Now how do we do it? How do we become the best possible? Is only through doing positive work. Positive work is something that is beneficial to others without me trying to extract something from them. We can be positive only when we do good work for others without thinking that they will return it to me. From the 17th of March 2015 in our dental clinic in Tilak Nagar, Chembur, we have been treating patients for free. Mind you, in India, most dental work is done on a private level and it is charged at an exorbitantly high rate. Here we have not charged even a single penny, even a single rupee has not been charged from our 300 odd patients which we have seen over multiple appointments in the last 4.5 months. Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. I would like to share an incident with you. Each time I have been in problem, I have thought, this time I am done. This time I am done. I am not going to come out of this alive. And somehow, from some quarter, some human being has stepped up and has become my back and has given me full strength, because of which today I'm standing and giving you this speech. Now, the next is, what do we do? So what do we do that we become more positive and we bring about the best possible person that we can be? As an individual, it extends to helping others in a variety of ways, but as an organization, as the Be Positive movement, we have chosen to offer free medical and dental treatment as the first step. At the moment, we have started with our first center in Tilak Nagar, and I would like to discuss the results we have achieved. Starting from the 17th of March 2015, we have seen 300 new patients in multiple appointments in our clinic over 4.5 months. We have done around 175 root canal treatments till now. We have also done a lot of composite fillings, a lot of GIC fillings. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that in India, one root canal treatment costs a minimum of 4,000 to 7,000 rupees in a private setup. We have done this for free. We haven't charged a single penny. We have also done 50 composite fillings, which roughly costs around 1,500 rupees per filling. We are in the process of launching a website called bepositiveindia.com, which is our online portal where each patient can log in and access all his treatment data without any cost again. from any corner of the world for as long as he wants. Whatever we are doing, we are giving all our patients a typed copy. Nothing is handwritten, it is all very legible. We are accountable, we are responsible as an organization for whatever standards of treatment we are doing, and every patient can access it, download it, and it is all confidentially stored. We will also be in some time launching video counseling for each specific disease or condition. For example, if somebody sprains his ankle or breaks his ankle, we would be showing them what an ankle is. We would also be showing what has gone wrong and how he can best look after his condition. Similarly, we will also be talking about diabetes, about dental caries, and all these conditions that we commonly see in our practice. We would be informing our patients, which is not being done in India or in any other center in the world. Everywhere where you go, doctors are overworked. In every outpatient department, doctors have no time, neither patients nor the inclination to explain what is the best way forward. What is all the data, all the information that you need to look after yourself and recover from your problem. We are also in the process of opening another B positive center at Vile Parle on Hanuman Road, which is a bigger center than the one in Tilak Nagar, having around 1,000 square feet of space, where there will be specialist doctors in medicine, dermatology, dentistry and pediatrics. We have a counseling center coming up in Ghatkopar, and we have a fundraising event on the 6th of September 2015 at the Chembur Fine Arts Society Auditorium. The next question that is to be answered is what? What is the scope of helping others, and what is the best way to do it? I would like to draw your attention to this picture where you can see hundreds of hands. Life is interdependent. It is not dependent. It is not independent. It is interdependent. We depend on everybody all the time, whether we notice it or we don't notice it. As a boss, we depend on our secretaries. As a father, we depend on our daughter. As a daughter, we depend on our father. This is the web that we, all human beings, are a part of. But somehow, if you are positive in doing positive work, helping others unselfishly, then when you need it, this human bank account of goodwill that you generate comes back to you. It comes back to you when you need it the most, when you expect it the least, and where it would do you the maximum benefit. To this web of human interdependence we all belong, and I would request you to remember this picture. Hence, as an organization, this is what we have taken up as our burning topic. Our mission statement as the Be Positive organization is that we manifest our higher self, which is the key to leading the best possible life by doing positive work for others. Now, the scope of the Be Positive movement, what is it that we can do? What is it that we are willing to do? The overall plan as an organization is to reach out to people in distress. The central idea is to increase a community spirit of togetherness and promoting the idea that we are all interdependent. Every human being is equally important. In everybody's welfare lies our own welfare. I have a more extensive list, and I would like you to cast your eyes on this slide as well. Intelligence, in my view, is the first and the most important positive quality. Intelligence is that energy is that force which decides what is it that we need to do. Everything else is subsequent. The decision, the direction, the movement that you choose leads you to your goal sooner or later. The speed might be different, but once you make your decision based on your intelligence, you're headed in one particular direction. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the most intelligent human beings born in India, who single-handedly, understanding a resource crunch, adopted a policy of non-violence to free India from a violent empire. The second is unselfishness. Now, unselfishness is as important as intelligence, because if you are intelligent, you will understand that you are alone if you are selfish. A selfish person might be very successful. Unselfishness is that important wheel on which your Be Positive car is driving. Next is forgiveness. There are so many other qualities which I would like to tell you about, but I'll quickly skim through these. Being organized, courage, and one of my favorite is strong willpower. To execute your will, you need that power which is generated by controlling your own self. You are more in command. So self-control gives you that command of that Be Positive car that is going to take you towards the destination of a better you. I've put on this picture of a dam which clearly shows that first a big pool, a big mass of a physical substance is stored, and then it is released at a controlled rate. It is that control that is in our hand that generates, that gives us that power which is godlike in our existence. It helps us do what we want to. Teamwork. And I would like you to show this slide where so many hands join together to make a heart. It is also important to keep our negative qualities in check. Life is an interaction of the positive and the negative, the good and the evil. We need to make informed decisions so that we increase the positive things in our life and decrease the negative things that inevitably come, that we have no control on, but come either through the environment or through our own personal ways of thinking. And ladies and gentlemen, let me take you through to the first, the biggest, and the foremost negative quality that you can see in anybody, and that is stupidity. It sounds very stupid to talk about stupidity. You could be selfish, but you're good for yourself, if not for others. You could be a liar, but still you achieve something. But if you're stupid, if you do not think, if you're not alert, if you do not think before you do something, if you leap before you look, then you are definitely headed for troubles. All that comes under this heading of stupidity, where we do not use our head, where we do not seek information before we make decisions, and where we are driven more by emotions. Although I have put on some more of these manifestations of negativity which you probably encounter: anger, lying, being selfish, inappropriate use of words. This is again my personal favorite, where I would like to highlight the power of the spoken word. Most of us do not use our words judiciously. If you understand a word as a carrier, each word is carrying your energy from one source to another, from one individual to another. If the carrier is wrong, then obviously it doesn't strike the right chord. The other person doesn't understand. He's not receptive to what you say. So inappropriate use of words is something that you need to be really aware of. Now, jealousy. Jealousy is also being unorganized, giving up too early. People who give up too early just don't stand a chance because they never gave themselves a chance. So in the face of problems, when defeat stares you, the man who doesn't quit is the one who succeeds in the end. In the end, you might ask me, it is very easy for me to come and speak all these nice things, but look at the world. Who is practicing this? Everybody is trying to help himself. And why should you trust me? Who am I to talk to you? So I would like to tell you that you're right. All my life I haven't been this positive. All my life I have followed all these qualities that I mentioned, both positive and negative, at the same time in equal proportions, based on what I thought was best. But over time I have learned that what looks good is not always good. All these negative qualities ultimately lead on to a negative result. It all accumulates. The big problems that come up as an accumulation of small negative choices that I have made me aware that it is very important to be positive in every decision. The other thing I would like to say is, as an individual, even I have stumbled, I have faltered, I have been tempted, I have made mistakes which even I am ashamed to talk about, but I am also learning. In the evolutionary path, I am also trying to improve. So it's not that I'm telling you something which I am not doing. I am also trying to follow this so that I become the best possible man that I can be in this lifetime. In the end, summarizing, I would like to firmly reiterate that the best possible human being that you can be can only be if you adopt being more positive. That will come about by doing positive things. No matter what you think, unless that